Hello, and welcome to one simple tip for playing each character in Predecessor. Starting off with Argus. Simple tip for playing Argus is use your crystal to launch yourself in the air to give yourself a couple extra seconds of safety, let you live a little extra longer. For Countess, you can use her Shadow Slip to dodge abilities. Say Moragesh is ulting you, you can Shadow Slip, time it perfectly to right when that ult's about to hit you, and dodge all of the damage for it. One tip for playing Crunch is, if you have your empowered dash ready, a good gank for Crunch is you kind of, say you're trying to gank a Gideon, he's just kind of sitting in his tower. If you go up the stairs, up the top ropes, jump down behind Gideon and then use your empowered dash, you can push him out of his tower with your dash, setting him up for a nice gank. One tip for Decker is get the Rift Walkers and go for a kamikaze play where you get right up next to them, Rift Walkers an enemy, pull them towards you, hit them with the stun, hit them with your laser, and drop the ult on them. You can really just like set people up for a fat CC combo if you get the Rift Walkers. One tip for playing Feng Mao, you can use his shield as an auto attack cancel. So you can go for a swing of your halberd, immediately press shield, and get another halberd swing out to get you just a little extra damage, a little extra combo, and to speed up those basic attacks. One tip for playing Gideon that I see a bunch of newer players really struggle with is you can do his ult really far up in the air. So don't be afraid to just teleport right up in the sky above people and drop his ult. Another Gideon tip, I don't know how useful this one is, but if you get the Time Flux band and then use your portal towards the end of it, you can jump through your portal and then make another portal, making a double Gideon portal. I don't see people doing this a lot, but it is pretty cool. One tip for playing Greystone is keep track of your deflecting bullets passive. You can really catch people off guard with it when they think they can beat you, and then you have your passive coming up soon. Blocking an extra chunk of damage can really swing the fight in your favor. So try to play around your deflecting passive. One tip for Grim EXE is a lot of people don't really respect the burst damage of Grim's ult and displacement blast. So you want to look for a lot of fights with Grim where you get people low, displacement blast them, and then while your displacement blast is flying through the air, if you feel like it's going to hit, probably just start channeling your ult immediately. So like throw the blast, go right into the ult, and that'll just guarantee a big burst damage combo to finish someone off. One tip for playing Grux is to utilize the Grux combo well. You can get a little extra distance on his dash if you jump before you dash. So you want to jump, dash, use your side double chop, and then use your pull. That's kind of the combo. You can really pull up on people and keep them locked down pretty well. One tip for playing Chimera is just do the Fangtooth at 5 minutes in. Just do it. It's always a good idea. Just send it. You're playing Chimera, just do that Fangtooth at 5 minutes. One tip for playing Kira is keep track of the enemy's hard CC. You know, the Decker stuns, the steel entire kit. Anyone with a stun, keep track of that, and then wait till after they use your stun to do your ultimate, because you're very easily stunned out of your ult. One tip for playing Moragesh. One tip for playing Moragesh would probably just be look to constantly whittle your opponent down with your mark, and then once they start getting around the half health area, try to like go for an all-in on them and just really get in there, throw your hive, throw your mark, use your dash on them, finish them off with your ult. Another tip, I see a lot of Morgeshes that are new do this, is don't use your ults in a fight. Use your ults kind of after you disengage, maybe hide behind a wall, then do your ults. Your ult leaves you very vulnerable while you do it, so mark someone, get them low, hide behind a wall, then do your ult. One tip for playing Murdoch is always keep your eyes on the map. Keep like every couple of seconds, maybe every 10 seconds or so, just, turn your head over to the rest of the map. See what the enemies are doing, see if anyone's getting low, because that snipe can really catch people lacking. Muriel, similar boat. Always keep your eyes on the map. You can rotate over with your ultimate very easily. And Muriel's very powerful. Also, something I see a lot of people not really realizing is her piercing shot makes enemies take more damage when you hit them with it. So look to start the fight off with your piercing shot, and that'll let you and your teammates do more damage. One tip for playing Narbash. Let me think. One tip for playing Narbash. I guess the best tip for playing Narbash is early game. Keep an eye on your mana. Imagine your mana as like a second health bar. And if it ever gets too low, you want to try to top that back up. And really the best tip for Narbash is build the items where when you heal your allies, they get some sort of buff. The movement speed item, the damage mitigation item. Any items where your healing gives an extra bonus effect, just prioritize getting those. They're very helpful. And I guess that's really all the Narbash tips I have. One tip for playing Rampage is get a little bit of cooldown in his build so that when you do your ultimate, you can actually throw 2 rocks. You pop your ult, leap in, throw a rock, waddle around, do a little slamming and rumbling, and then you can pop another rock if you have enough cooldown in your build, which can be very, very powerful, getting 2 instant rocks off in a fight. One tip for playing Revenants, very base level tip, is try to use your ult on their supports if you're ever in trouble or if there's a big team fight. You can usually bust down a support pretty easily on Revenant. Play very safe early game, and in a team fight, or say you're getting ganked, say their jungler comes to gank you, you can just use your ult on their support and then run away, and their jungler won't be able to hit you. One tip for playing Richter would probably be to put all your abilities on instant cast. It makes his hook way easier to hit. Honestly, I would put every character in the game's abilities all on instant cast, but the Richter hook specifically, put that on instant cast. It can be very helpful. And your silence is also an auto attack cancel, similar to Fang Mao. So go for a slap with your chain and then immediately use your silence, and you can get another chain slap in there really quick, doing a little double slap. One tip for playing Sevarog is you can use the Jungle Smite active to actually build your stacks. You don't have to finish it with an ability. You can finish it with I think it's called the Hunt or something. That's really a dumb name. Just call it a smite or whatever. But you can smite a minion and it'll give you the stacks for it. Also, the big cannon minions and the red buff and blue buff, respectively, all give you extra stacks. So really try to stack those up. One tip for playing Sparrow would be never try to be the first one in the fight. You kind of want to be the cleanup janitor, let your team engage, and then you come in with your ult ripping and just mow everyone down. Try to be like the janitor cleanup instead of the hard initiator. Let your Sevarog and your Richter go in first, and then you just clean them up, mow them down, and let that chopper talk. One tip for playing Steel is anytime you stun somebody, you get a little bit of shield on yourself. So if you're in a fight, really look to get those stuns off to just continuously build a shield on your own body. Really make you an extra beef tank. And then a good combo is also ult in, punch him, hit him with your stun, punch him, hit him with your dash, and then try to punch him again. That can get a lot of damage on somebody. And another good technique is putting your shield down and then dashing someone through your shield so they take a little bit of damage from the shield and get slowed. It's a good tip for playing Steel. Good tip for playing Aurora is try to use your double jump before you make a wall, and you can make it very, very tall, and like the Great Wall of China, impassable, massive skyscraper wall.
Hello, everyone.
Do your jump, double jump, and then do your dash while you're in the air. Another Aurora tip is you can kind of like dash into a wall, and your wall will keep going through it. So, say you want to block someone off from escaping the mid lane, you can kind of dash into the jungle fog wall and have your wall go through it while you stay on the other side. Can be helpful. Tip for playing Drongo is get the crit execute on low health item. It works with his passive damage over time. You can really rack up a lot of kills with the Drongo damage over time. With the bleeding execute when the enemy gets low threshold. A very potent combo. One tip for playing Gadget is try to bait enemies into chasing you and then drop all your abilities on your feet and your ultimate. That kind of seems the best way to play Gadget, is like a runaway type character where you want people to chase you and then you just drop all your abilities on your feet and keep running. Try to do that on Gadget. Don't really look for a fight. Look to like bait people into attacking you. That's where you're at your strongest. One tip for playing Howitzer is use your landmine behind an enemy to knock them towards you, and you can get a free rocket shot on them while they're flying in the air. That can be a really devastating Howitzer combo. Landmine behind someone, knock them up in the air, rocket shoot them while they're in the air, and then have them land in your slowing concussion mines. One tip for playing Iggy and Scorch. One tip for playing Iggy and Scorch. Let me think here. One tip for Igneous and Scorchingus. Your turrets will focus whoever you are attacking with your basic attacks. So if an enemy's fighting you, try to get a basic attack on them. And try to always look for a fight in your turrets. You never really want to be fighting someone if you don't have turrets set up. So don't look for a fight if you don't have turrets. Do look for a fight if you do have your turrets. And try to always fight in them. One tip for Kallari. You can actually get a triple jump on Kallari. If you double jump, use your ultimate, then it lets you double jump again. After that, so you jump, jump again, ult, jumping again. For a total of three jumps plus your ults, like a fourth quadruple jump, if you will. You can really get a lot of mobility on that. Next up is Quang. Best tip for playing Quang is probably to do the classic Quang combo. If you're an experienced Quang player, you probably know this. But that's going to be to throw your sword down, tethering someone, dash into them to knock them up, hit them with a swing of your blade, and then use your lightning shield to give yourself an extra shield and do more damage. That can be a good CC combo to really keep someone locked down, hit them with a lot of damage. Look to do that combo over and over on people, and you can really whittle them down. Tip for Belica is build the obelisk active. Knock someone up, place your bomb at them, use an obelisk, shoot them with an obelisk attack, and then hit them with your ult. That can be a really big burst damage combo. One tip for playing Phase is buy the...
I don't think they can handle us.
I don't think they can handle us either, Phase. Buy the Galaxy Greaves, and you can double jump in the air super high. While you're in the air, use your laser beam, and it'll keep you suspended in the air. And you can really get a lot of movement on this too. You can do some crazy techniques with the aerial laser beam kamehamehas. And feel free to jump off other high structures on the map and really get some air on them using your laser beam. It can be very powerful.
In and out.
One tip for playing Sereth is you want to use your little invincibility dash thing, Heaven's Fury. Use your Heaven's Fury to chase people
Welcome,
down.
the Architect.
You can time it. If you can time it perfectly to when an enemy's doing their dash, you will follow them through their dash, stuck to them. So like say Gideon, you see Gideon kind of turn around and look up like he's gonna do his portal. Use your I forgot what it's called again, Heaven's Fury, and you'll follow him through his portal with him, and you can use it to follow any unsuspecting gank opportunity. Follow them with their dash. Next up is Shinbi.
Let's go.
One tip for playing Shinbi would be look to split push your lane as much as you can, and then also late game your rotations can be quite potent, and try to build an obelisk and just like get a big beefy obelisk hit in your combo. Can really help you melt down people, and try to keep track of your ultimate, how many stacks you have on an enemy. You want to really only do your ult if you have like 6 or 8 stacks on them. It's one tip for playing Shinbi. One tip for playing the Fae is look to do your big circle ability before you do your ult, which will allow your circle ability to pop at the end for that big burst of damage while the enemies are still stuck in your ultimate. So try to use your circle, then use your ult, then drop the rest of your abilities on their head. And that can be a big burst combo to really nuke somebody.
Worth a shot.
One tip for playing Twin Blast is look to always be using your abilities because they give you attack speed after you use them. So try to like hit a grenade on someone and then look for a little short trade, shoot them a couple times with your extra attack speed. So yeah, use your abilities, which will activate your passive, giving you extra attack speed, and utilize that to really take a little short burst trade with your enemies.
Another beautiful day
One
for
tip for playing Wraith that I see a lot of people struggle with is his ultimate. You don't really want to use your ultimate in the middle of a fight. It'll throw your team off and actually help the enemy escape a lot of the time. You want to use your ultimate on like one enemy. Say you have 4 enemies kind of like backing off from you slowly. If you rewind one of them, it'll have them sitting out like a sitting duck. Your team can pounce on them. You want to use it to really like separate one person and put them in front of your team so your team can collapse them. Don't use it in a fight. If you got like a bunch of people shooting at an enemy, don't rewind them then. Use it to kind of set up a person kind of outside of a fight, or like start a fight off with it, or as a fight is ending, to really put someone out of position. Last up is Zarus. Zarus, you want to use your ultimate Colosseum early game to kind of finish people off. It grants you stacks of physical power. So you really want to use it as a finisher to get those stacks. And if your teammates get a kill in your Colosseum, it will also give you a stack. So don't be afraid to help your team out, get some kills in the Colosseum, get you some extra power, get that passive stacking, and you'll become an ultimate unstoppable force. This has been one simple tip for playing every character. I'm definitely not an expert on every character. I have played them all, but I haven't played them all like a lot. Comment down below if you have one good, simple tip to help with every character. If you have a good tip you know for one character in specific that I didn't mention, maybe like a Kira or a Narbash. I don't really play them too much. Drop that down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been one simple tip for every character, a Predecessor guide. Thank you for watching. Shout out to almost at 300 subscribers. I love you guys. Share this to your noob friends. Say, hey, look, you suck ass, but watch this guide and it'll help you out. Thanks for watching. Smash that like, and make sure to subscribe for more.